Hey Gemini, happy December. This is your girl Just Jazzy, and I'm here doing your December tarot reading. We're gonna grab some messages, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, I hope y'all missed me. I missed you. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I am just gonna say that I really do appreciate y'all if you're still here after all this time, after everything that I've gone through in my life. And I really hope that as we get into the messages that you guys are in a good place. I see that you guys are waiting for some ships to come in and that you guys are doing a lot of watering right now. So Gemini, you could be in a space where you are just kind of like planting the seeds and waiting for them to grow. That's kind of what it looks like. It looks like whatever you're looking for is coming in, though. It looks like a lot of abundance. I see justice for whatever it is that you've been waiting to come your way. It's going to bring a lot of stability, a lot of financial stability, as well as just, I feel like there's a lot of happiness with this. Yeah, and as I say that, I get the Ace of Wands that pulls up, and that's like a passionate new beginning coming toward you. So let's see. What is the past energy for Gemini Most High? What is the past energy for Gemini? In the past, in the most recent past, you moved away from something to get to calmer waters. It's looking like, is there anything else for the past energy for Gemini? Okay. You got the Five of Swords, not the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands and the Devil. So it's just looking like you guys were dealing with a lot of chaos in the past, that you guys reached a point of feeling like this is too much for you and you no longer want to feel stuck like this, and you no longer want to deal with these addictions. Whatever's keeping you stagnant, okay? Something that you were dealing with had you feeling like you were bonded. You could have been dealing with a Capricorn on top of that, but I feel you moving away from it. I'm hearing that some of you guys actually had addictions, and this is not about a person, but just like unhealthy habits that you realized were keeping you stuck, and you're tired of being stuck and you're ready to move forward. And that was your past energy. So I like that for y'all. I feel like with this came a lot of like um, self-reflection, just like realizing that where you were is not where it's at, basically, and putting in the work to get where you're trying to go. I love that for you. What's the present energy for Gemini? The present energy for Gemini, Spirit? Okay, that Five of Cups came upside down. It did come out. Hold on, give me a second. Present energy for Gemini. With the Five of Cups, some of you guys could have felt in the past, you could have felt regret. You could have felt like something that you wanted didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. The Five of Cups is crying over spilled milk, but I see the Knight of Pentacles right here. I feel like you're just trying to change your perspective on things. A lot of you guys saw the glass half empty in the past, and now you're starting to see it half full. Gemini, I feel overall it's just about you guys changing your ways and changing your views and changing your perspective. A lot of you guys are in this energy of spiritual awakenings. It feels like a lot of you guys are in this energy of wanting to change just who you are altogether, just wanting to change your ways. I feel like you are really starting to take a look inward and see yourself and see what's not working. I think that you guys have a plan and you have a goal of where you want to be. I don't know if you knew in the past how to get there, or if you're still trying to figure that out. I feel like some of you guys are still trying to figure out how to get to where you want to be. You have an idea of what you want your future to look like, but in the past it just feels like you were kind of just taking what was coming your way, right? Or accepting like a lack mindset, or maybe it wasn't a lack mindset, but it wasn't like realizing that you are limitless. You were putting a lot of limits on yourself, it felt like. And now in this present energy, something struck, like something hit a nerve for you, where you were like, no, I'm going to move forward and I'm going to do better. And I feel like a lot of you guys are healing. It looks like This Knight of Pentacles means that you are, it really feels like a new journey for you. Like you are stepping into this new change, very hopeful and wanting to increase your finances is what I'm hearing, increase your stability. Like in the past, you might have been doing small things to build yourself and to increase your financial stability. But I feel like right now you're really taking it more serious and looking at, okay, where do I want to go in life? And you're really putting the pieces together to get there. What else is for the present energy? Underneath you have the Three of Pentacles. Some of you guys are collaborating with people. Some of you guys are like moving pretty quickly. Just make sure that you're not moving too quickly, Gemini. Make sure that when you are approaching something or you're going towards something, that you're taking the caution needed to make sure that it's a solid foundation, right? This Knight of Pentacles is kind of slow with their offer, right? They're not rushing in, you know? They're not fully mature. I think they know that. I think they know that there's some work to be done before they can reach like an Emperor state or a King of Pentacles even. And so just take your time. I don't know if this is like just in your goals or relationship or finances, but either way it goes, Spirit is telling you to take your time building that stable foundation before you go ahead and move ahead in your life. Because some of you guys are eager. Some of you guys are eager to get to that place of where it feels good. It feels very passionate and fiery and like everything that you've been wanting. But because I see you guys are coming out of something shitty. It is very shitty. This Devil and Five of Wands right here, it's just a bunch of chaos. But you know what? What I hear with that is that chaos was stemming from you, right? Our outside world looks like our inside, right? As within, so without, as above, so below. You know, that whole saying. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but the point of the matter is, like, everything is a reflection of us. So usually everything ends up narrowing down to us at the end of the day, because we create these illusions in our mind where we're the main character, right? And so everything's revolved around us, and people did this because somehow it related to us. But sometimes people are just moving and doing things because they're like really in their own head thinking about themselves. They're not even thinking about you. It just happened to, what they're doing, their actions just happen to coincide with whatever you're doing, you know? And so most times people are not even thinking about us, and we feel like their intentions were so like aimed towards us, when really, like, sometimes they weren't. I mean, there are some people who are conniving and manipulative and they are out to get you, but not everybody is, right? And I think that sometimes we just got to take accountability and realize that this is happening because of my own choices, because I chose this, because I did this, because I saw this and I ignored it, or I felt this and I ignored it, or, you know, I knew that this would lead to X, Y, and Z, or I knew this was toxic for me. I knew it wasn't good, but I wanted to go along for the ride anyway, but I needed that fix anyway, you know. However it goes for you, if this is about love or money or sex or drugs or being just, it's just the toxic codependency is what this is. It's a very toxic codependency, and it could have been a very big struggle for you. For some of you guys, this is about addiction. This is about just connecting yourselves to things that are not healthy for you because of the addictions that you have. And those addictions stem from whatever traumas you've been through, whatever things you've experienced in your childhood that have turned you into the person you are and conditioned your mind to think that the way that you do. I see a lot of deprogramming here. I see a lot of these knives are knives represent the mind and thinking, but I also feel like it's just like feeling the weight for you, feeling the pain that came with this chaos and these addictions. And you're like, okay, before I get to the Seven of Swords, I'm going to just go ahead and move forward. Okay, because the Seven of Swords is not good. That is a very manipulative energy. That's somebody trying to get over somebody else, trying to win at all costs, trying to trick someone, you know. And you're like, I don't want to be that person, you know. Or some of you guys are just not. Some of you guys were dealing with that energy, and you're like, I don't want to deal with that kind of person. And good for you for moving out of that. But right now in the present energy, I just feel like you're worried about building your stability back up. That is what you're focused on. You're focused on your money. You're focused on your finances. You're focused on what's going to bring you to that vision, right? That you have in your mind. I was going to say peace, but for me, I don't think it's about peace. I think that you have come to a place of peace. I feel like there's still some of this lingering in your mind and in your heart, but I feel like your focus right now is your money, your stability. What else for the present energies? Yeah, because you're definitely looking to collab. I see you guys collabing with someone in the future. It's good. It's a good energy. It's a very positive energy. What else for this present energy? Yeah, the Queen of Cups. Some of you guys are... The Queen of Swords. Okay. Some of you guys are cutting people off. You're learning to be more direct. Okay? Okay. This is good. I wish I could show you how these cards fell out so that you could see I'm not making this up. But the Queen of Cups is kind of upside down. She's not completely upside down. She's kind of tilted. And the Queen of Swords is right side up. I feel like this is you. I feel like both of these cards are your energy. I feel like the Queen of Cups is how you are naturally. Okay? The Queen of Cups is a very empathetic person. Okay, she wears her heart on her sleeve. She wants to hear you. She takes the time to feel where you're coming from. She's very open-minded, very big heart, very just a big empath. Out of all the queens, she is the empath, right? There's a lot of love in her heart for everybody. I feel like right now you have that. It is still in you, but you're not operating under that energy. You are coming at things in a more cutthroat energy is what I'm getting. This Queen of Swords is like, I will hear you, but if you say anything that sounds like bullshit, off with your fucking head. And that's just how the Queen of Swords is. So, good. I feel like that's a good thing for a lot of you guys. I feel like you're in this energy because of what you've come out of. I feel like, I just feel like a lot of you guys come out of, like I said in the beginning, well, a little while ago, a few minutes ago, you guys come out of this energy because of whatever you grew up in, whatever you were conditioned to believe, whatever toxicity you were around growing up. This is a lot of trauma that you're healing from, and now you guys are in a space of this. It feels like you're protecting your energy, and whatever those energies were that contributed to that trauma that you felt, or whatever you went through because of all the trauma that you had to deal with, you're not fucking with these energies no more. You're like done with that. I'm trying to grab the cards how they came out. They came out like this. Okay? So that you can see. You're not, and this is like your present energy. Look at these cards. This is you. You're focused. And I like it because it's very honest. It feels like I'm not nowhere near where I want to be. Can I get there? Yes. But I know I have some work to do, but right now I'm trying to figure out what work I need to do. And right now I'm not sugarcoating anything. If you're going to be in my energy, come correct is what it feels like, because I am focused on building right now, and I love that for you. What is you got the Empress at the bottom, so you guys are dealing with the Taurus, and I know a Gemini who is, anyways. The Eight of Cups, this is walking away to something that fulfills you. Oh, you guys got the Lovers. Gemini, that's your energy, and the Ace of Cups. That's so sweet. You guys have new love coming towards you, okay? It's going to be a very sweet energy. Some of you guys might have to make a decision, right? Do you want to collaborate with somebody or do you not? That's going to be something, and these are going to be two totally different paths you're going to have to take, depending on what you decide. Whew. And that was heavy energy that came with that, because I had to just exhale just then. What is the future energy for Gemini? What's high? This is a good shit. So what did I tell y'all? Literally, it went from the Page of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles, it's all about balance, give and taking. This is a rebirth. Your experience, there's nothing but pentacles, okay? You guys are gonna take some time out for yourself. I can see this. You guys are literally, oh my god, 10 cups. What is going on, Gemini? This is the most positive reading that I've read so far. Taurus's was pretty good too. I mean, all of them were really good. Virgo was their minds were they have a lot to overcome still. It feels like for you, this feels very similar to the Taurus energy. Maybe it's because you guys are so close in on the zodiac. You could have some Taurus in your chart. It could be a cusp. But it just feels very like that negative energy is behind you. Like from here forward, you're just focused on your stability. You're focused on building. I see the Ten of Cups. I see the Ten of Pentacles. I see the Empress, the Six of Pentacles. Some of you guys are going to be receiving gifts and giving gifts. This is all about a rebirth, okay? Something, the Hermit, something had to die for this to happen for you. So for some of you guys, once something ends, everything is going to take off for you. Okay, let's see. I haven't wanted to clarify any cards for anybody. I feel like Spirit's giving me the appropriate messages that you guys need at this time. It's very clear. Let me get some oracle messages. Ooh. Okay, can I have some oracle messages for Gemini? Everybody's getting this card. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Okay, I feel like this is important for you, Gemini, because in the past, I see a lot of addictions. I see a lot of codependency and trying to connect yourself to things in order to make yourself happy. And it's very, very, very important that you realize, and I think that you did, which is why you moved on from some things and you're trying to find your peace. It looks like you're protecting your peace. So I feel like you're understanding that it does come from within, but just make sure that that old energy is not lingering in you where you just feel like you have to connect to something to find happiness. Like if I saw the hermit mode in this picture, I mean, not this picture, in these, in this deck that I was, anyway, and that I was just dealing. I don't know why I could not find the word for that. Shuffling. I saw the hermit. So that means that some of you guys are going to have to go through a period of being in hermit mode. And hermit mode is just being to yourself, reflecting, taking that time to just be and get your own energy right. And there's nothing wrong with that, Gemini. It's actually such a positive thing to just kind of take a step back from everything. And, you know, once you do that, you're able to see things a lot more clearly, and you're able to see what is influencing your thoughts, and what are actually your thoughts, and what are you picking up from other people? What are you taking in? What are you internalizing through others that is not really yours, that doesn't really belong to you? It allows you to get to know yourself, because you're more you when nobody's watching. So when you're by yourself, you can like the things you like and do the things you do, and you're more comfortable knowing you, right? So then you're able to look at yourself and be like, why did I do that? I don't like that I did that, you know? So you learn to have this relationship with yourself that's a very healthy one. And then once you have that, then you can start building with people around you. But until you do that, you don't have what comes with that. Okay, you're lacking that. That has to come. If anybody, this is not just you, Gemini. If anybody wants something stable and something long term and something that's going to be a complete fulfillment, as far as their vision goes and what they need in their life, they need to take that time with themselves to learn and know themselves, to know what they want to deal with. What have they just put up with because they felt like they had to, like they should? This is how life goes, you know. We have these preconceived ideas in our head based off of what we've seen growing up as far as what relationships should look like, and they shouldn't always look this way, you know. For me, for example, I grew up in a very Christian household where my stepdad is such an arc, and my mom is still married to him to this day, and he put us through a lot growing up, and he has a very ugly history. Like, he's just, I'm not going to talk about the dude, but my mom, she has been very patient. She's stuck around. She's endured a lot from him, and it's been abusive. Honestly, it's been so abusive. And so, growing up, she would say, you know, God can change anybody. I just pray for him. I made vows, I'm going to honor them. And so, I would always say growing up, I'm never going to end up with a man who treats me like that. I refuse to be in a kind of relationship like that. I would say that. But if any of you guys have followed me and you know my journey, that's exactly the kind of bullshit I ended up in. And I even ended up repeating some of those things and being like, well, I made vows before God. I'm going to try to stick it out. I'm going to forgive. I'm going to, you know, you just get stuck in these outdated ways of thinking you have to stay in this abuse when you really don't. Okay. And I would like see the red flags. I would see things in um, engage in things with my ex that I knew didn't feel good for me, that I knew devalued me, and didn't speak to my worth. You know, it didn't speak to my character. You know, it didn't support my mental health. All these things, you know, I knew it. I would know, like, I didn't really like that characteristic trait with this person, but this person possesses this and that I like, so maybe I should just like overlook that part, right? Because relationships are hard, right? And it's just about toughing it out and dealing with it. I had to grow out of that. And I say all that to say, sometimes a person or a thing, Gemini, has a lot of good things that you like, but that doesn't mean that that's completely right for you. Because sometimes they also have a lot of things that are not exactly in alignment with who you're trying to become, and it gets in your way. Okay. And sometimes we just have to be honest with ourselves, and maybe this Queen of Swords is you being honest with yourself and cutting things out that doesn't support your true nature, you know, and you just understanding that, you know, it's okay to sometimes be like, I love you, but you're not good for me. And that doesn't always mean they're not a good person. It just means what they possess, kind of like, how do I say this? It just doesn't fit. What they possess just doesn't fit with what you're doing. Okay, their mindset, their everything just doesn't align with who you are, and it's just going to keep you stagnant and in your head if you continue to be around this. Okay, or it just doesn't permit the freedom that you need to be you. Whatever you connect yourself with should always give you freedom. It should not make you feel bonded. Okay. So So yeah, peace comes from within. Do not seek it from without. That was the whole message with that. You cannot find happiness in anything but yourself. And um, you should just be free when you meet someone. And when you get with someone, you should feel free still. And if you start to feel trapped in certain ways, like you're limited, like you can't do certain things that you normally would do if you were by yourself, if it's like hindering you from being who you would be by yourself, time to do some thinking, Gemini, and wonder, question if this is what you need in your life in order to get to this 10 of Pentacles and this 10 of Cups and this Empress mode, because I see you being so abundant, so stable, so everything that you want in your life, everything that you would have ever hoped for and dreamed for yourself, I see it coming for you. It's not exactly coming for you, it's what you're giving to yourself because you're doing the work that it takes for you to be stable. So anyways, life is a great big canvas. Throw all the paint on it you can. Again, don't limit yourself. There's no need to limit yourself. Don't, if being with someone or being in a setting or an environment limits you in some kind of way, and it keeps you from being able to throw all the paint onto your canvas that you would want, it's not for you. It's just not for you. You want a person who comes into your life by accident but stays on purpose. Okay? Yeah, you don't want to force anything. This is all kind of in alignment. Stop criticizing yourself. You are perfect just the way you are. Yeah, I'm feeling like, Gemini, you're silencing that. You're silencing those outside voices that have made you feel less than in the past. I mean, this is great. This is great, Gemini. So I really hope something I said helped you and brought about some clarity for you. And I will see you next week. That was a really good message. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. All right, bye.